An underground. Well, there's a gallery. Does that mean we're going to be seeing pictures? Probably not, but we're going to be seeing a lot of demons and monsters in there, I suppose. Yep, ain't that the truth. So, hi everybody, this is RRPG here, and welcome back to another episode of RRPG Let's Play with Castlevania Circle of the Moon for the Game Boy Advance. In the previous episode, we finished off the Chapel Tower, where we fought against Adramelech, who is the boss from Final Fantasy Tactics, if a lot of you remember that boss, when we fought against Ramza's brother, or Ramza Bailov's brother, who transformed himself into the monster based off the Zodiac Stone. Anyway, what am I talking about Final Fantasy Tactics for? Even though it's a great game, this is not Final Fantasy, this is Castlevania. But anyway, in today's episode, we're going through the Underground Gallery, and hopefully we can make it up to the next boss in the game, which is the Twin Dragon Zombie. Alright gamers, let's not waste any time and get on with this episode that's already in progress. So, we're going to go in here, and there are some new enemies to fight, such as these imps, and they are kind of fast, chucking their rocks at us. But do not worry, they are not that threatening to the eye. Sometimes we can actually get very fast to attack them first, which is always an advantage. Okay, so we actually have ourselves a bit of trouble here that I probably should have taken into account before I went off to, before coming here. I should have went back to grab the cross, but evidently I do not have that item on me. Okay. And evidently I just think I screwed myself up from a grand opportunity to get a Hearts Max, which I'm going to be trying again. So let's go ahead and get our butts in gear and get up here. And fight against the brain floats. And there they go, just dropping off random items. And if we do this, we can actually get ourselves a Hearts Max increase. Oh, how do you like that? Okay, and there's another box over there that we cannot even move. And now the boss that we're fighting against, the Twin Dragon Zombie, that actually holds the item that we need in order to move those blocks. But you shall see what it is once we get to it. And by looking at this place, it's really not that really much of a picture gallery from what I'm seeing. And yes, the enemy I'm fighting, that is the Harpy from Greek mythology. If some of you quite remember what that enemy is about, that has appeared in many video games and has become one of the most redundant enemies ever used. It's like, I know you want to base your enemies off of mythology, but can you come up with something a little bit more original? Like how most of the bosses are in that particular case? I guess not. Oh well. Anyway, can we come up here? No, we cannot. We actually need the ability that will actually make us jump up really high, which we can't even get access to that just yet. But if we come up here, I think this actually gives us access to a safe area right here, which is a very good thing, and we do need to have these save areas intact. Okay. Now we need to go down here, and we need to avoid the specters that jump in the way, kind of like the ectoplasms and whatever. And we have some new enemies. We got a Death Mantis, and we fought ourselves against a King Moth, which actually should have been called Queen Moth, and then we could have called it Mothra, by all means, but wait a minute. Mothula, it's not Mothula, but we already have a Mothra reference, and that Mothra reference is in A Link to the Past with the boss, Mothula. Get it? Okay, do we have an antidote? Yes, we do, but we just only had one. Okay, so let's go ahead and use that and see if we do a lot of damage, and evidently we do. But if we had the cross, would be doing a hell of a lot more damage to our enemies, because that cross is definitely the most overpowered sub-weapon you can use in a Castlevania game. But, I'd say the Holy Water is a good substitute. And we got ourselves a hard ring, and I think this will increase our defenses, if not our strength, but let's see. No, it just increases defenses, and it decreases our luck because we have the arm guard. But I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that, not equip it, and just move on forward. But watch out for the specters along the way. And we have some more harpies that we can defeat to get their experience points. And as well as a Death Mantis. And we'll go ahead and break this, and we have some more of the Death Mantises and the harpies to deal with. And I don't really like it when the harpies are in really hard places that I can't even reach. It just only makes them harder to hit. But not to worry, we'll actually do just fine. And you can tell that we're actually doing okay because our health is still in top tier condition. And notice I've been using that word tier a whole lot. I guess I've been playing way too much Tales of the Abyss that I'm constantly referred to the character tier in some way, but no, it's not actually the same meaning. But it's just funny to even make that slight bit of reference in some other things. But anyway, who am I kidding? Okay, we got ourselves Thunder Armor. And let's see if we can actually do quite a number on it. And we actually do. And that gives us an axe, but we're not going to even worry about that as we're going to get this other MP max. MP max increase. That is a... Screw you! I wanted to defeat you, but evidently you're giving me a lot of trouble. And this is part of the LP curse that most of you have become very fond of, and me just struggling with excruciating pain to try to get through some of the easiest parts that a game offers, but evidently it's not working out. Well, evidently it is working out for some of you people, but for me trying to get through this game, not so much. Okay, let's get you out of the... Oh, dang it. Get over here. Let me reach you. Quit swooping at me, stupid harpy. Harp! And I think I used that a little too early, because it didn't even hit at the right angle. And yes, these are supposed to go at an angle. I know Josh Jepson would say, it's not supposed to go at an angle. Well, with holy water it does. Okay, we got ourselves a killer bee here, and we got some evil hands. Is that... dang it, I don't even have... Oh, crap, I don't even have a... It's not a curse, it's a poison. Yeah, that's something you gotta watch out for with the killer bees. Oh, dude, screw you. I hit you. But evidently they're not even giving us anything that is going to be the slightest bit helpful, like an antidote or whatever. Maybe you will. No, you do not, you jerk. And I'm about to die, aren't I? If I die, I'm not gonna be that impressed. Oh, come on! Why are you... why are you not giving me frickin' antidote? I just want one, but oh well. I think we're okay since we are no longer poisoned. Oh, I think I may have said that. Nope, I didn't. We actually have ourselves the HP max, and that will help us out a little bit. And we use the holy water on the poison armor. That is the newest enemy that's in this area. The newest armor, I should say. And we're getting our butts kicked with more poison that's given to us. Fantastic. Oh well, more experience for us, right? Yeah, I thought so. And evidently, the Mandragora is going to not be very happy. Oh, screw you. And I think if we get too close to it, that's when it'll act the means to hit us with those massive, or the multi-projectiles. But, can't really say anything about that, can we? I bet we can, but it's just, we can't have even God, oh God, don't frickin' pizzas. And they're not even giving me any frickin' antidotes. What's up with that? You better... You don't even give me one, you jerk. I better not die here. I know I said that, but I better not die. I mean, these guys are not that hard to hit, but when I'm talking, my mind is kind of out of the picture to try to hit things clearly. Oh boy. Go ahead and do that, and we actually avoid the onslaught of the seeds being hit at us. Die. Man-eater. Okay, very good. Another knife, which we don't even need. I need antidotes. Not just nothing. Or no knives or anything. I would rather have the cross if that would be okay. But it's not going to give us a cross, now is it? This game likes to be mean. And if we come this way, we can actually shimmy our way up to a save point. But that's not going to make it easy for us because of all the specters that are around. As you can just plainly see in hindsight, or in clear sight. Okay, there's the save area right here. Now, even though we're going to save here, we're actually not going to go up to the boss because the boss is just right above us. We're actually going to go back down to where those poison armors are, and we're actually going to do a little bit more traversing. And if you actually use the holy water against the poison armors, you should be able to do a massive number on them. Just like that. I don't think they can give you any type of newer ability, or newer pieces of equipment, but I could be mistaken. But anyway, if we come this way, this will actually give us more access to get hurt, obviously. Oh, dang it! Why are you hitting me with poison? Anyway, I'm gonna hit you with that, but evidently that does not even give us access to anything. So we're gonna just have to go back down and just head backwards. Okay, those are, what are those things? Myconids. They are just like mushrooms, but they try to hit us with sleeping powers based on the fumes that they release. But we're not even going to get hit by their fumes, as we are actually going to keep ourselves awake throughout this whole ordeal. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and leave them alone. See if we can actually get on another level before we have to go fight against the boss. Hopefully. Okay, that one's taken care of. Oh, screw you! Stupid. Hit you another one of those. Die. 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 And we're still not even getting any level ups coming up pretty quick. Oh, we are about to. I want to at least get to level 25 before we have to fight against the Twin Dragon Zombie. Which should be easier said than done, which is coming up fairly soon. And go ahead and avoid the poison smoke as much as I can. Okay, finally we got it. Okay, since we didn't find any more cards around here, I'll save that for another episode where I'm trying to find some of those hidden cards before we have to go to the underground warehouse, which is the next area we're going to, where we're going to be fighting off a boss from that we're very familiar with in the Castlevania series, but I will just keep my mouth shut about that until we actually explore that place. Alright? Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and farm for hearts here, so that way I can keep myself in top-tier condition, and there I go, using that term loosely again to get myself fully prepared for this boss. And now, when we're fighting against this boss that is going to be coming up, we're actually going to be using the Jupiter plus the Jupiter plus Salamander ability to protect us in a bath of flames. Basically, what this will do is that it will actually protect us from the Twin Dragon zombie heads, from them actually doing any more damage to us than necessary. It's going to make this battle, the upcoming battle, a lot easier. And it actually would be a lot easier if we actually had the cross on us, but unfortunately, right before we went up against the Golem boss, I didn't even have the audacity to check it out. But don't worry, I think if we have ourselves with the cross, then we should be okay. So let's go ahead and activate that ability. And we can just attack from the sidelines if we want to. Just like that. And evidently when we're using the flames, we actually attack with the same amount of strength. And when we're doing this, or when we're in between the dragon zombies, it's actually going to make it a bit easier for one of us to get hurt most of the time, I guess. Now, wait a minute, what am I talking about? When we're standing in between the dragon zombies, we actually want to defeat one at a time. It's actually going to make things a lot easier when we're trying to tackle down the other. And evidently, we're not doing so hot right now since the dragons are coming from irregular spots. See, this one is not even getting hurt. You think if you had the cross on you, you would actually do more damage, but evidently that's not the case. Actually, if I did this, would that work? Please tell me it'd work. And it's not even strong. So I just pretty much wasted my time trying to get them hurt And they're hurting me more a bunch than I'm hurting them. I can't remember how much hit points these guys have. I think they have about at least 1,200 hit points each. If not more. Ugh, dang it. Come on! Get over here. And he's gonna be chucking flames at us. And one of them tried to use that ball of light ability. And one of them is going to be trying to attack the wall, or not the wall, but the, yeah, it is the wall. What am I talking about? So, yeah. It would really make things much easier if you had the cross on you, as you can plainly see, because with the cross, you can actually throw that and try to get in as many multiple hits as you can. But the only downside when using the cross is that you're wasting up quite a whole lot of hearts in the process, so sometimes it's not always a good idea to waste a lot of hearts since you're really in that big of a pinch to try to keep your attack in perfect condition to make sure that you come in okay. And I hope that I will be using that term very loosely. Where'd you come from, jerk? Okay, finally, we got one of the dragons. So we just pretty much need to worry about the one on the right. And it will try to attack from the ground, and then once it gets back up, then we can actually just attack it from right here. But of course, watch out for that projectile that he shoots out of his mouth, which he is about to do so right now. And just keep having the flames attack his head, or just attack him from a long distance, and then you should be able to get the best of him. And make sure you use that whip ability to where you're swinging it in circles, so that way you can actually protect yourself from the debris that falls from the ceiling. And we should be getting close to defeating this other one. If he would die. Come on. Okay, finally I got him. Okay, so both dragon zombies have been completely obliterated. And after defeating the dragon zombie, if we come up here, we actually get our next prize. It's the heavy ring. And with the heavy ring, certain boxes can be pushed. So if we walk up to a box and we just push at it, then we should be able to do just fine trying to move it over to where we can actually get access to bigger and better prizes. So yeah, that was basically the dragon zombie in a nutshell. It is hard if you don't have the cross on you, but if you have the cross on you and you hit the Jupiter Plus Salamander cards in your DSS setup, then you should be able to overpower it like no other. And you should be able to get away without taking any more scratches than necessary. Okay guys, since we have already made it that far with the progression, and since we have defeated the 5th boss, which we are already halfway over with the bosses that we have defeated in this game, I think we are at a good spot to where we can go ahead and we can actually wrap up things here. So, next time on RRPG Let's Play with Castlevania Circle of the Moon for the Game Boy Advance, we're going to make our way to the next area, which is the underground warehouse. And we're going to explore it in its entirety, and we are going to fight off against the next boss, who you will actually remember from past Castlevania games. Alright gamers, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you on the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys then.